phone is like the bicycle of mind. And I personally think that generative AI is now the rocket ship of mind. So it can enable you to think big, to deliver fast, and really help you deliver the very static task that you have to do yourself. You can really do it through generative AI. It's essentially this big second wave of transformative AI, which has made every big tech company rethink their future strategies. And I remember the first wave was around when ranking systems were discovered, essentially, where AI was responsible for only showing you what data to show without actually worrying about generating the data. So, for example, Google search, YouTube recommendation, Facebook suggestion, etc., where somebody else was generating the data and you are just responsible for ranking them. And even then, AI was very powerful because it really shifted the paradigm of how human mind could enable and think. So previously, whoever was whoever celebrities were there were replaced by Instagram celebrities, and those celebrities were basically ranked by our AI systems, right? And this powerful change that happened 10, 20, 30 years ago, we still are living in that world. But now with this 2.0 disruption, I think where AI is actually generating the data, that is, so we still do not know the exact power of it. We are still going through it. There are certain applications that we see here and there, like a large language model that we are very used to, ChatGPT or maybe Dolly and this and that, where we play with creating new images and this and that. This is just, we are playing with it. We don't really know where it's going to go and what's the real implication with it. What's the ethical side of it is yet to cover. For example, I was listening to this lawsuit that I think Getty Images were doing on Dolly, because they were they trained their images, they trained their models on millions of images that were already there on Getty Images. So essentially, we still have to define the ethics side of the second wave of the AI that we are living in. But that being said, one thing is pretty clear, that we will have a lot of impact in terms of job, in terms of how we live, in terms of how the industry will be. And this impact is going to be huge, not just in terms for US local market, but for the job market in Pakistan too. According to World Economic Forum, the newer jobs that will be created in the next few years, as I said, 58% of them will be based on or revolve around generative AI. And according to a conservative estimate, by the year 2025, 10% of all the data produced globally will be contributed from generative AI. And by 2030, this generative AI market will reach roughly a total market cap of $15 trillion, which is an expected increase in global GDP roughly by 26%. So that's a huge change. That's a new definition of disruption itself. And the projected growth by the year of 2027 is going to be 33%. Now that is an augmented thing, right? So in which field exactly generative AI will really disrupt? That is, there are multiple ways it can happen. Like, for example, there can be augmented workforce where machine and robots will replace human workers, maybe, or there can be bigger and better languages model, where robots are being able to create language and hold conversation that are indistinguishable from those of human, like we are seeing right now. And then there is cybersecurity, where we can analyze the network traffic and really understand the patterns, and we can judge that, okay, this is a notorious pattern where there can be some cybersecurity flaw. And then obviously low code, no code AI replacement that is going to happen anyway. And then autonomous vehicle, which is around the corner. And then creative art, music, poetry, plays, and even video games can be generated through generative AI. So the opportunity in itself is huge. Now, talking about exact numbers as of today, so we at Devsinc, our job is to keep looking for where the services industry is going, and very strictly talking about the industry for last 2 months. There were roughly, we analyzed over 700,000 jobs, and what we saw was there was roughly 55,000 jobs were based on ML or AI, strictly based on those two technologies, 8%. And this 8% is a 33% increase from the same time last year. So a roughly 30% increase from last year, which is showing that already world is moving towards that. So we are seeing a lot of jobs in these fields now. And because of that, I personally think that languages wise, Python has covered a lot of market cap. I think Python's market cap has increased to 22% compared to previously it was around 15 or less percent total jobs in the market. So that increase in itself is also showing that people are betting on the future of AI. People have made this peace with this new reality that it is going to happen, whether we believe in it or not. So if that is essentially a very good news for market like Pakistan, because we did not have enough skilled workers. We were very late in producing high skilled worker and a knowledge economy for the world, where we can have .NETs and Java's engineers with 20 and 30 years of experience. We could not produce that, and even if we start today, we cannot beat our competitors in experience. But since the world is going towards this new world order, I think it is going to be great for us, because now we don't have to compete on the number of years of experience. Now we can really learn the high skilled jobs and really compete with our competitors, and bring a lot of revenue in Pakistan, and in general build this new knowledge economy based on AI and ML. AI ML in general, and deep learning essentially, or large language models. That's where I believe the future is going to be. Nonetheless, I think the future of AI ML, if I have to bet on one thing, in terms of job security, in terms of growth, in terms of where the world is heading, I would either do it on cybersecurity, with some touch of AI in it, or I would bet it on AI ML in general. So that being said, I think I'm very hopeful with the new world order that is coming, and I think it is going to be good. And we at Devsinc we have built our AI department roughly last year late quarter, and so we started bringing projects. We still have problems in finding good mentors and good senior people to learn from and to offer to our clients. But we are betting very highly on it, and that's why we are opening up our tomorrow, as of Monday actually, we are opening up our offices in Dubai and in San Francisco also, because even if we cannot find local talent, we are very much sold on the idea that okay, we will hire global talent and have them train our local resources, so that we can really cash on this generative AI disruption that is happening in the market. So if you are graduating right now, and if you're really thinking of which field you should choose, which direction you should go, I personally recommend that do give deep learning a good thought, and maybe start building some neural network based projects, so that you can have some idea on it, and go from there. That being said, I'm very glad and thankful to Amnan and everybody who arranged this beautiful event, and I'm really grateful for all the audience that joined us. I'm grateful for all the speakers that joined us. I would take some 5-ish minutes to see if I can answer any questions, although I'm not super technical on these fields, so I may not be able to answer everything rightly. But let's see if I can answer most of the question. That being said, Achaji, can we label data like scale AI, or enough data has been labeled? That is yet to be determined. I think it's too early to say. I would not say a definite yes. So far, do you offer internships in machine learning? Yes, we do. We are offering internship in machine learning. Sir, would you start an internship program on AI? I have applied for your internship program. So it's difficult for, so you can say that I want to do an internship in AI, you can choose that, but we have our own quota, and we will put people on the right track based on whatever openings we have. But don't wait for our internship program. I would suggest that there is a lot of open source tools available that you can just go and find online and learn from there. There are courses that I just shared some courses today on my LinkedIn, so you can check out those. Or I'm not sure if they were based on AI. Mostly, I shared courses on Python, but you can find courses, some free courses or some paid courses online and learn from there. Acha ji. Where can we hunt for projects to deliver projects related to ML, data science, AI as a startup other than Upwork? Yeah, it's a difficult market right now. In terms of you have to. So we have some success on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. In terms of, so we did not have much success on Upwork, by the way. Lead generation based on AI LML based on Upwork is not very strong. We could not find good bigger projects based on that. We did have some success in terms of some AI conferences that our team went to. And that can help. As an MBA background, how can I get an AI? I would suggest that first go in computer science. I would start with a YouTube course, CS50 by Harvard. I think that's a great course to start computer science in general first, and then do any course on Udemy or Coursera you can do generalized course on. So basically, AI is a bigger domain, and then there is machine learning as a subset of AI, and then there is a deep learning is another subset of machine learning, right? And then there is further down you can have generative AI, right? So that really depends on which field you want to go. But if you want to, so AI is a branch of computer science essentially, like physics is a branch of science, so you can learn general artificial intelligence, or you can really focus on a particular thing. That's up to you and your interest. I am writing business intelligence code. I want to say ChatGPT is providing the content on well format, but it's collecting the data from Google. You can search same text on Google. Well, the user will need to R&D. If Google disconnect with ChatGPT, then ChatGPT ki dukaan band. Say that's one opinion that you have. I think they can collaborate with Bing and other indexing engines, and that's not going to happen. So I have experience in PHP. I am in second semester of information technology. Do you have anything for me? Second semester mein hai, PHP in general, language wise, is not going very well in terms of jobs. I suggest that if you are in your second semester, I suggest ke Python में आ जाएं, even Node में चले जाएं, किसी और में चले जाएं. PHP की इतनी ज़्यादा high paid jobs नहीं है. ये मेरी personal opinion है, and that's up to you if you want to take it or not. अच्छा जी, can we label that? अच्छा ये हो गया. How do you offer internships in summer? Do you guys offer internships in summer? Yes, we do. Career pivot to AI consulting for business leaders or any other pivot for senior leaders. अच्छा, that won't be very easy. That's a very difficult. Career pivots are in general very difficult. But nonetheless, if I personally feel a lot of interest in AI, so I was thinking of doing it myself also. When I'm free, I usually try to code things, and I felt a lot of interest in generative AI myself. So I started reading this course on, I think it was on Coursera. If I'm not wrong, it was a paid course, $49 or something, and I found it very well. So you just search a course for generative AI. There are 2-3 courses that comes, and the top one was pretty good for me. And after that, you have to read a lot of documentation and whatnot, and that usually works fine. The Artificial Intelligence Community of Pakistan, Stanford's AI Index report states that India is ranked 5th in terms of investment received by startups offering AI-based products and services. Why Pakistan so far from AI? लेकिन पाकिस्तान की अपनी realities हैं. Indian market in computer science is 30 years ahead of us. अली साहब, क्वेश्चन आपका बहुत वैलिड है, लेकिन ये समझ लें कि पाकिस्तान की मार्केट is far behind in AI. तो हमें बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी AI में इन जनरल भी, और कंप्यूटर साइंस में भी बहुत पीछे हैं. तो लेकिन हो जाएगा. इसकी फिक्र अभी ना करें. अभी बस AI सीखें, उसके स्टार्टअप्स में काम करें, कुछ अच्छा प्रोड्यूस करें, उसकी जॉब्स पाकिस्तान में लेके आएँ. बहुत इस तरह से फिक्र ना करें कि कौन हमसे बहुत आगे है. Your race is with yourself. You are not in race with India. You are not in race with other people. It's good to have healthy competition, but don't get demotivated because that. So even if you capture 1% or 2% of the market, it's still a very big market. So Karachi में ऑफिस कब ओपन हो रहा है Devsinc का? Hopefully this year. The thing is, with the recession, there are not a lot of companies that are hiring in Lahore and Islamabad, and we are able to find whatever talent we need in Pakistan, in Lahore so far. So opening up an office in Karachi is a very expensive thing for us, and we have to really see it through that. Do we really need it? So we are trying कि हम अगर ये साल किसी तरह without opening an office in Karachi गुजार सकें तो अच्छा हो जाए. हमने कोई 900 करीब हायरिंग करनी है. If we find those engineers in Lahore or Islamabad, we will not open an office in Karachi this year. I'm a .NET developer with Angular. I have 3.5 years of experience. What's your thought on .NET future, sir? .NET is going very hot nowadays. As of today, Java and .NET, I think .NET Core with 7 or 6. This is the hottest one of the hottest in the market. So a future is very difficult to measure, especially with the new changing world order of generative AI, where every week is changing very fast. But in my prediction, .NET is here to stay. So if you're in .NET, especially in .NET Core, that's a good technology to be in. I'm interested in, and there is a lot of jobs in .NET Core, by the way. We are seeing a lot of traction. So it's good. I'm a BScs student. Please guide me for future. Well, you have to find your why, Adim Saab. You have to understand what's your interest look like, and where do you want to see yourself. मैं गाइड नहीं कर सकूंगा. आपको चाहिए कि आप इन सब में जितनी भी टेक्नोलॉजीज डिस्कस हुई, स्पेशली अब एआई और एमएल की बात हो रही है, तो इसमें आप एक एक प्रोजेक्ट करके देख लें, आपका इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हो तो प्लीज गो इन देयर. दैट्स अ वेरी वेरी गुड टेक्नोलॉजी टू गो इन. योर व्यूज अबाउट साइबर सिक्योरिटी इन पाकिस्तान. मोमिन डार साहब कह रहे हैं, देखें, my views about cyber security in Pakistan मैटर नहीं करता. When we talk about global market, पाकिस्तान मैटर नहीं करता. पाकिस्तान में साइबर सिक्योरिटी की जॉब्स हों या ना हो, आपको इससे क्या लगे. आपको तो जॉब्स चाहिए ना, आपको एक्सपेंशन चाहिए, आप ग्लोबल मार्केट में जॉब ढूंढें. और साइबर सिक्योरिटी इज वन फील्ड दैट हैज अ लॉट ऑफ फ्यूचर. तो पाकिस्तान पे ज़्यादा फोकस ना करें. पाकिस्तान में जॉब ना भी मिले तो लर्न टू ब्रिंग जॉब्स एंड लैंड जॉब्स योरसेल्फ. That way you can have really get a chance to work on international projects. So don't focus on Pakistan market too much. I am from 6th semester from FAST Lahore with mainstream computer engineering, embedded system and DSA, data system algorithm. Is there any opportunity for me? I really want to join Devsinc. Iman Naveed, बिल्कुल हम internships पे offer कर रहे हैं. I hope कि आपने apply कर दिया होगा. We will inshallah shortlist them and we will inshallah reach out to you as soon as we shortlist. मेरा ख्याल है कि within next 10 days हमारी जितने भी shortlist होंगे उनको कॉल आ जाएगी. अच्छा जी, वो कह रहे हैं कि अब थोड़ा सा क्लोजिंग की तरफ चलते हैं क्योंकि हमारा ऑलरेडी वी आर अबव द टाइम लिमिट. तो लेट्स सी इफ आई कैन फाइंड एनी गुड क्वेश्चन. आई एम वर्किंग एज अ टेक्निकल सपोर्ट इंजीनियर बट आई वांट टू स्विच माय करियर एज अ बिजनेस एनालिस्ट. वुड यू रिकमेंड? देखिए, आप टेक्निकल सपोर्ट इंजीनियर हैं और आप बिजनेस एनालिस्ट बनना चाह रहे हैं, तो मेरी सजेशन है कि अगर बिजनेस एनालिस्ट में ही बनना है तो थोड़ा अगर ऑटोमेशन में आ जाएं. बिजनेस एनालिस्ट की जॉब आजकल थोड़ी सी डाउन हुई है, वैसे तो पिछले 2-3 क्वार्टर्स में सही रही हैं, लेकिन अगर ऑटोमेशन में आ जाए तो ज़्यादा बेहतर है. बाकी जैसे आपको बेहतर लगे. रिस्पेक्ट सर, विल देयर बी अ जॉब रेशियो फॉर व्हाट विल बी द जॉब रेशियो फॉर एआई एमएल जॉब इन नियर फ्यूचर? दैट इज नेक्स्ट. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट 4 to 6 मंथ्स को मेरे लिए डिटरमिन करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा, लेकिन अगर मैं अपना ऑक्टागोन सिस्टम अभी इस टाइम खोलूँ तो मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कि अभी रिसेंटली हमने जो हिसाब लगाया था कि रफली जितनी टोटल जॉब्स पोस्ट हुई थी जो AI/ML और डाटा इंजीनियरिंग के अंडर आती हैं, उनमें से 30% डाटा इंजीनियरिंग की थी, 20% डाटा साइंस की थी, 20% जनरेटिव AI की थी, 10% कंप्यूटर विजन की थी, 10% मशीन लर्निंग की थी, 10% तकरीबन नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग NLP की थी, और तकरीबन 10% साइबर सिक्योरिटी बैक्ड बाय AI की थी. तो इससे आप देख लें कि आपको कितना इसमें से मतलब निकालना है. और ये जो नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग है, इसकी 5 to 10 थी, मतलब इसकी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं थी. साइबर सिक्योरिटी की 5 to 10 थी बेस्ड ऑन AI. वैसे साइबर सिक्योरिटी की काफ़ी जॉब्स हैं, लेकिन पाकिस्तान में साइबर सिक्योरिटी की जॉब्स मोस्टली आती नहीं है क्योंकि हमारा बहुत ज़्यादा नाम है नहीं साइबर सिक्योरिटी में. एंड देन देयर आर सिमिलर डिसिप्लिन सच एज रोबोटिक्स, ऑटोनमस व्हीकल्स एटसेट्रा, जो कि हार्डवेयर से रिलेटेड है, इसलिए मैं उसको जिक्र नहीं कर रहा. That being said, thank you so much, everyone. I think it was a helpful conversation. Let's Tariq Riyaz Sahab, I'm working on Octagon. Tariq Sahab, thank you so much. All the data that I'm providing right now is based on your system. So thank you so much for building the beautiful system that we have. DevOps future in Devsinc, and what are Devsinc doing in DevOps and cloud? We have a full department of DevOps. We have AWS certifications and this and that and everything that we can offer. So I think if you want to work in DevOps, do apply at Devsinc. We would love to have you. That being said, thank you so much, everyone. See you again very soon. If I missed any questions, you can simply send me a message on LinkedIn and I will try